Hello, welcome back. This video is for demonstrating my problem number 3. So first we need to create a automation script in order to generate some kind of a random events. It should be in the format of this, and it should be for a period of 1 year, and we need to organize the dates, and we need to create a graphical presentation kind of a histogram view here in this view. So first I have created an automation script in the backend. So this is the backend where I have been instructed to use Elasticsearch. So I learned how to use Elasticsearch, and I just integrated, installed in my local. So I just installed an Elasticsearch as well, and Kibana. So Kibana is basically I'm using it as a tool to view the index that I have been using and creating in the application. So both are running up and running now. Now moving on to the automation script. So I have been calling a method called generate events, so which is the method where the automation script has been events have been created regularly in a certain time period. So I have been like creating the bulk data in order to achieve a good picture of the graph. So I have been generating it for quite long time, and so the requirement is like we can give like three or more cities. So based on that, I'm just creating a model which will be having all the details of location, material cost, labor cost, total cost, everything, and a rate random date. I'm just generating a random date between 1 year. So the time frame between 2019 to 2020 is a random date I'm generating. It can be any day, any month between this year. So as per the requirement, I'm just following this. So I'm here having a API call which I'm just posting. So this particular the body which I'm creating here, I'll be like a posting it continuously. So the post of this will be pushed to the database. So the Elasticsearch is the one which I'm using it, since it is like very powerful for and very fast. So let me navigate to Elasticsearch. So this is a Kibana dashboard where I'm just using the integration for viewing the Elasticsearch components. Index management. So I just created a database and an index. I have assigned an index to it. So the database I'm using is like these are the test how for my learning purpose I just use it. So the training one is the final one which I'm using now. So this training is in the database that I'm created, and I have filled with a few records. Let me show the objects which are that's filled in the database. So if you see, these are the let me hide this. So these are the documents or the records that which I have been like created and consistently like updating, inserting into the index which I have been created in the Elasticsearch DB. So these are like various kind of various items which are inserted. All will include date, labor cost, location, material cost, total cost, and of course like default in id which the Elasticsearch will give if you're not specifying any ids. So if you see the date, it will be like a random between 1 year. It can be any days, and it can be any value. So everything is random here. I just created an automation script, so that automation script is continuously posting here. So let me run the automation script. Npm start will call my node mon process in order to make a continuous calls. So if you see, it's been hosted in the call 5000 in the port 5000. So let me open up my UI as well. Host 3000 is a UI. So this is the final form which I have completed. So this can be anything. It depends on the number of random events that is generated. If the random events are like generating for more location, more number of cities, it will be like a showing. It will be updated here. So this data from the location, I'm just fetching it from the server, Elasticsearch. So it is nothing but all the combination and the integration. Like overall, I'll be pulling all the combinations of this, and I'll be filtering the only values, distinct values, and I'll be posting it to the UI here. So on change, I'll make a quick demo first. On change of this event, like I have been having a handle listener. So like event listener it is. So when I change it, so the data will be updated according to the requirement. So for New York, this is the update for New York. What are, let it be like a number of records in our database, Elasticsearch. All the database records will be like clubbed together, and it will be like summed up together, and finally it will be like posted. So that is the sum of the overall thing in the elastic database. So and labor similarly is it like collectively taking all the records of this particular location New York, and I will be summing it up together, and I will be keeping it to the labor. This will be displayed here. And finally total is nothing but of the combination of both the material cost and the labor cost as per the requirement. So this is the total records, total value, I mean in the millions. And so accordingly I have to display the value. So this is a tricky part which took more which I have been like using more logics to arrive this part. So it's just a histogram graph, but the logic here is like I need to arrive the date. So the date requirement is like, because the random automation script which I have designed will be creating a random date. So it will be like having all the days, all the months and everything. So now, but as per the requirement, I will be like moving for every 1 month. If let's say this is for January, February, March, April to December, all the 12 months I'm adding here, but all the 12 months are like pulled from the same Elasticsearch DB records which is available here. So I'll be taking all the records, sorry, I'll be taking all the records of like a JSON object. So inside the JSON object, it will be like having all the records. From the JSON object, I'll be like filtering and reducing it in such a way that I'll be able to arrive for per month. For January alone, how many records are, how many the total cost is available in the millions for this particular location, New York. Similarly, I'll be grepping for February, what are all the total cost that is available, and that for the particular location, New York. So in this way, I have just calculated all the parts for every 12 months, and accordingly, I have been calculating it for the every single city or state which I have added in the location. So this will be like updated in the real time runtime. It is like updating and fetching all the informations. So I'm using purely Elasticsearch as a backend and the frontend as a React here, and I'm integrating, of course, Express and Node.js here. Thank you.